Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for we the people. My mission during these times is to remind you of God. And I'm talking about the God of love, the God of righteousness, the God of fun, the God of life. I'm here to remind you that the God, the true God, is invisible. The true God is invisible. And all people are called upon to be representatives of God, having choice to or not, and having an exercise with a choice. You could have heaven wherever you are, eternally, always heaven. The same basic requirements are always there. Fulfill them, and heaven is yours. Anything away from that is just that, away from heaven. And so here in this day, in this time, we find ourselves far, far away from heaven. And that which has been working since the beginning of time to bring us this distance from heaven is working full time today. And its abuse upon you, the people, is recognized, even though deception tries to get you to conform and accept it as being a normal thing, or it is you that are the blame. My mission here to tell you that the real God is not a white man, it's not a black man, it's not a male, it's not a woman, it's not a young, it's not a old, it's not a human being. The one that human beings are to give their loyalty to is the only God, the only God, the God of peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness, where you can live your dreams. The God that assures you that your needs, your wants, and your desires are met, that you will never have to worry about anything that's necessary for the sustenance of life. And that all of this is done by you, the people who recognize that that wonderful God that is responsible for all existence and everything has a purpose, including you. And what your purpose is to find that which gives you love, that which you, my friend, love, a career, a job, whatever you want to call it, but you love it. And there's a gift, a divine gift for finding a love. And that gift is joy, which the world can't give and the world can't take away. And it is this joy that allows you to engage yourself in the participation of life and all of those things that are essential for what? That survival, food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, and anything that's made by the hands of man are made by you, utilizing the resources that are free from God, worked on, giving you a chance to be you. And you being you, you have created your own heaven and it doesn't cost you a penny. It is the result of the joy that you received in life. The joy you received in life and all that you could ever imagine is yours. That's from the God, the invisible God that made the earth, the air, and you. I don't know about any of these other gods. I do know these other gods have failed. I don't care where you come from. The world is like a hell in comparison to what the world can be like and what you're being given a chance, given an opportunity to change and do a new choice, to exercise a choice that would produce this by you, my friends, renewing your mind and doing unto others, caring for others as you want others to care about you. That means you're getting out of the way. And if you're going to be there, make sure you're passing the baton. I want to say thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this moment. There are so many things I'd like to say, but one I'd like to say that my grandmother once told me that, well, should I say my grandmother's mother, which is my great grandmother, told me once about whites. This was 60 or so years ago, down in Mississippi, one of the poorest nations and racist nations on earth, being under the control of white people in America. A black man could kill another man. I'm sure she was talking about a black man, not a white man. And you could count on a white man to go to your battle, get you out of the troubles. But she informed me never, ever mess with a white man's money, because for that, he will kill you. And so I had thought about that, and I put that in my toolbox that maybe one day I'll use it. And to make a long story short, just to share something with you, I utilized that once in this effort of getting you to wake up and see the glory of trusting the real God and taking the message to you. I mean, constantly going back before you, talking about this and talking about that. Same as I've done here tonight. And for some strange reason, it doesn't matter whether I was on radio, it wouldn't be picked up. It didn't matter if I was on cable access, it wouldn't be picked up. Records, flyers. It was like no one was interested in the beauty of life. No one was interested in paradise. No one was interested in heaven on earth. And all of the pain, I mean, different generations being expressed, doing the thing. You got the drug stage, you got the murders, all those things happening. And they were continuing to happen. And people still weren't thinking about or interested in. And I'd go to the news media and they wouldn't say a thing. They would not say one word in relationship to heaven on earth, in relationship to what I've been talking to you about tonight. And it was amazing that they could do this. And here I have run for office, governor, mayor, United States senator, run for president on this platform, that it was so fantastic. And I wanted it so much for you. And God wanted it so much for you that I'm running for president to be in a position to advocate from a high platform about changing America, changing and infecting the world. And I figured I was up against an enemy. I figured you just weren't hearing the message. If you heard the message, you would definitely follow suit. So I tried to get your attention. I took $20,000 from an employer. And I was working in some property management, and I decided to take money away from that company to draw attention. And when I had reached around, made the decision, and I think about $20,000 was missing. They want to call it swindle. I call it taken. It's when nobody busted me. I did it. Then I went and told them that I did it, and I told them why I did it. And I wanted to get attention. I wanted you to know that what I'm telling you, what I've been telling you, is so true, that I commit this crime because I know if you could see it and you did what you were supposed to do to play your part in the creation of this divine way of life, I wouldn't have anything to worry about even if I went to jail for a while. And I also knew that if you turned your head and it didn't mean a thing to you, I know I'd have to do the time. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Not one newspaper would write about but I was trying to get your attention to come to the court. I wanted the newspaper to tell about this guy here talking about being a good person to you, and look what he's doing. He's a thief. I want him to talk about me, put me down, so I can get a chance to tell you the truth. Anyway, they outsmarted me on that one. They didn't say a thing about it. I had to wait when I got out of prison. I had to go to the newspaper and ask them, when you said you were going, then one newspaper told me, well, after I got out, well, you write the story. And I actually wrote it and they actually printed it. But can you imagine what good was it then? I just did it for a document so it can be written. But darn. And guess what? The day I was being released was the day that the 9/11 occurred. I'm thinking to myself, this is what America gets doing things the way America does it. And look how the people got to go through all of these changes. Look at the suffering that the people in New. I know I didn't intend to talk about all this here, but just to give you some idea how the God of life has been trying to get you, been trying to reach out to you, calling on you. Wake up, get out of this daze, get out of this nightmare. Wake up. And no, so far you haven't, but I'm still here. For now, I'm still here. And you know what? It is because the power that you can't see loves you. It's not because of me. It's because that power that loves you has proven that love to me. And I'm committed to be a representation of that love through me to you. So you can keep on trying to run, but you can't hide because love knows where you at. And love will find you. Goodbye for now.